The Wassce results came out not long ago, and Ghanaians were disappointed because the kind of things that they were seeing, especially the results of core maths and social studies, and lack of social amenities, poor road networks, peer pressure. And about the broken home. They be a broken home. They be a broken home. But all the same, the Education Minister, Honorable Haruna Iddrisu, has commented on the issue. As some people agree with him, others don't agree with him. President John Dramani Mahama has also commented, and MPP for presidential prime minister no me won so kontokwa bi wa akire ho a enya asem ketwa. And former president John Ejekum Kufuor has also cleared the air or say under his administration na nkofo didi Dr. Anani Atempa. Meanwhile, he was the best minister onyano the time I know yet president. Maybe videos ni na mo share. This is FMS Strengths, and here we give you the latest updates on issues. My name is Maureen Marshall, and you can call me the Information Minister. My producer Albert is what here. And Honorable Haruna Iddrisu comment no or pass no. Me person may read it namoti. But see, it's only in Ghana that students are praised when they do well, but when they don't do well, they tend to blame the minister. They tend to blame the minister. Minister na ye say no. Ne kra ne say Honorable Haruna Iddrisu person ochire mo say nyon na try exams ne man kra no. E na enyo no na ma ke. Intade na nkra na kwori omwe na afi mo bonachi na Education Minister he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know where he went wrong into Nosremo. Munyaisa. Nkra na ya ade dia mutimi praise o mo but o ma anya ade dia na mo de behye no.
It is only in Ghana that when students do well in exams, the students are praised. When they don't do well, the minister and the government is blamed. Instead of focusing on what caused the trip, we are interested in how we fell. We are currently reviewing the examiner's report on the West African Senior Certificate exam, and as and when it's necessary and appropriate to respond, we will respond adequately and satisfactorily. But our commitment to the provision of quality education under the leadership of President Mahama will remain unparalleled, as the President will demonstrate in the coming days. Mr. President, I'm happy to note that in addition to this lunch, if we so get the Get Fund Amendment Act, which is currently before Parliament passed, under your guidance and leadership, and to your enduring legacy as President of Ghana, all learners with special needs in Ghana from January 2026 will enjoy free education as part of President Mahama's quest to expand education to marginalized, deprived, vulnerable people. There are about 9,000 learners with special needs across the country, from the Akropong School of the Blind to other parts of the country in Ho and Kumasi, who currently feed on 8 cedis a day. President Mahama have asked for an adjustment of the 8 cedis a day to 15 cedis to allow them to enjoy the school feeding. When the amendment passes, the Special Education Unit, in conjunction with the Get Fund, will provide adequate provision for the take-off of President Mahama, one social intervention and one social initiative. Mr. President, my task is to introduce you. One early morning, the young man walked to my office called Charles Ofori and Timpim and said he has a special science set that he thinks could be useful to Ghana. I immediately invited one knee and my head of policy, Inusa and others, to examine it. And subsequently, I forwarded it to the administrator of the Get Fund, and he received his considerable support and financing. I want to thank the Get Fund for accepting to fund this game-changing initiative of a STEM box. It will become an integral part of the learning curve of students in basic education from primary 4 to 5 to 6, because we already have an intervention with the President, which was initiated by your able Vice President when she was Minister for Education, that is dedicated to junior high school. So now we have a seamless transition from primary 4, 5, and 6 then they will go through these 10 boxes to be able to access to critical thinking, igniting curiosity, and building knowledge. Understandably, I'm told that many students in Ghana struggle with application of knowledge. And to our teachers, be assured that will build your capacity and professional capacity to be able to deliver as we learn.
So President John Dramani Mahama has also attributed the poor performance in the recent Wassce to the neglect in basic education. They neglect basic education, the neglect of basic education. I say, in Krabrem no, Akraneka G or so, Munkan Chen say go. No one it was no yes sir, Gio go or Gio so sir. So he's saying that the poor performance in the recent Wassce is attributed to neglect in basic education. I say omoya de krana and I say enkoya teachers need correct omonya. And someone commented that as a comment section when nipa no control didn't agree that they have to treat teachers well. Treat the teachers well. Say they be a 5,000 be taught teacher an account ma or school na akwacha na oh at the end of 4:30 a.m. crano because teacher loves the job. This is what President John Dramani Mahama said.
Recently, the West African Exams Council has released the results for the last West African School Certificate Examination. And as the Honorable Minister has said, it has become an issue of great concern to government, parents, and the public at large. I was speaking with the minister, and I've asked them to do an analysis of the examiner's report to try and decipher what could have gone so disastrously wrong. It is mind-boggling that with the same teachers, the same factors in play, just from one batch to another, one batch, does so disastrously. And so we need to get to the bottom of it. But it also emphasizes the issue of foundational learning. One of the major things that has taken place in the last several years is the neglect of basic education. Inability to send the capitation grants, ensuring that we have quality teachers at the foundational level, at the basic level, because it is that level that prepares the child for secondary and tertiary education. And once you don't get that level right, you will just send the child through a conveyor belt like a factory. And when it comes out at the end, it will be picked out by quality control and said that this one did not do well. And so our focus must be on foundational learning. And foundational learning means that by the time a child reaches primary school, he should be able to read properly. By the time the child leaves primary school, he should be able to write properly. By the time the child leaves primary school, he should be able to do basic arithmetic. If we're able to get our children to get these three things right, writing, reading, and arithmetic, then they have the foundation to continue.
And we all know that Lawyer Martin Pegun sent Sema Kopie Parliament near their day. And 2 days ago, NPP amended their constitution. Almost a Sanyama Biwum said they be 37% no munya last year December no. Omunye bium 2028. And this one is coming from Justin Frimpong Kujia, who is a staunch NPP member. She's a position grandpa omuya dia on nefa pen ne paper no abekasa wo. Na some can say power no esesa yes. And the NDC na power the next time be NPP. Na ekwan a NDC for the omonam so no. If you don't check the current government, don't blame the NDC. The NPP when tables turn. Yes. He is saying that yen checking current government in the NDC. They should be held accountable for it. And yes, sir, na se power change hands na MPP ba na se adiomo de ye NPP for no when they were in opposition, they decide to retaliate. They decide to, pay them back in their own coins. No one should blame the NPP. No one should point fingers at them that mo bebia mo ya de ye Ghana for he she Ghana for she ye bufuo e she ya komam she ye na anem da bi mo bia meka nkyere say fault because ya try say you know omo na betina ha peacefully even though we are in opposition, but it looks like NDC form pan hoto omoti ameko omoti ahodwo a omompe enya ahodwo nhia yeso na meka omoti ahodwo omompe omopa ameko de to text. So yeah, that is what Justin Frimpong Kujai is saying.
Serve you what we refer to as political notice. That power is transient. If you will not talk, if you not provide a role to check this current government, when the table turns, don't come and blame the MPP government. You have seen that turn by the NDC to take control of the judiciary. You are aware that now judges live in fear. And sometimes in panic and in fear, they give certain judgments which beats our mind imagination. It is time for you to speak. But as I said, we are not here to empathize with us. We don't need you to side with us. But be on the side of truth. Be bold and speak the truth because power is transient. The chairman, on this note, I thank you very much for this opportunity and I wish all of us a wonderful program. Thank you.
So after Justin Frimpong Kujai made this statement, he also went ahead and spoke about the Pandai rerun. Yes, the Pandai parliamentary rerun. And he's saying that the NPP is going to challenge the jurisdiction of the High Court. The NPP is going to challenge the jurisdiction of the High Court. And Nyama High Court in the ruling that the Pandai seat should be rerun. And also elections no for the current MP for Pandai constituency, Honorable Matthew Nyindam, Obiena no so kasa parliament na majority chief whip. Nelson Roxy ne catch and song kana nuntumonye member. But the last time I played a video where the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, corrected them that since Matthew Nyindam is still a member of Parliament and he should be accorded the necessary respect. So Justin Frimpong Kujai is saying that the NPP is going to challenge the jurisdiction of the High Court.
November 7, 2024. From all the 152 polling stations in Pandai, results have been duly counted, announced and declared by the Electoral Commission. It is interesting to note that in line with the results from the 152 polling stations, the NDC parliamentary candidate, realizing that it has lost the elections, decided to cause mayhem in Pandai. Our candidate, Honorable Matthew Nyindam, won with 27,947 votes compared to NDC 24,213 votes. It is said that you cannot go to court and get what you have not asked for. In this particular case, the NDC candidate, somewhere 25th January 2025, decided to file a petition at the High Court, challenging 41 polling stations out of 152 polling stations. The chairman, on 24th November 2025, the High Court judge gave a ruling, and it was expected that the ruling was going to center on the 41 polling stations that were before the court. But surprisingly, the High Court judge went beyond the 41 polling stations and annulled the result of 152 polling stations. Mr. Chairman, because we are a party of rule of law, we have decided to file an appeal on this judgment. And again, also raise serious issue of jurisdiction of the High Court on this matter. Mr. Chairman, there is a reason why under PND's Law 284, the Representation of the People's Law, it is stated in Section 18 that before a person can take a matter to court, first, the Electoral Commission should have gazetted the election results. Then, after 21 days, then you can take the matter to court in the form of a petition. Mr. Chairman, it is interesting to note that in this case, the Gazette was on 24th December, but however, the NDC filed on 25th January 2025. That is 32 days after the date of Gazette, breaching the 21 days rule. So, Mr. Chairman, the question that we are asking is, where did the judge get the jurisdiction to be able to sit on that case after the time limit has expired?
Yate party for Ghana why? Mo amumpe NDC, mo amumpe NPP, mo amumpe CPP. Yese ba ko bi the PPP on pre papa preko. Mo amumpe the new force. Mo amumpe Alanche Martin party now at in UP United Party. And then may recommend it People's National Party amamo new party PNP. I don't know PPP ne also sir. PNP, People's National Party, which has been headed by Janet Nabla. Yes, she's the founder and leader, Janet Nabla. And she's saying that she's not going to be an incompetent leader, but she'd rather put things in place. Obey president. Oh my God. 1 year now, just why ye bibia, come. I'm a Ghana fe. Oh, sorry, I'm not just $1 essence in so now what it is. Younger CNC and Numasem. But the way I say video in him now, Papa beating tension is meaning I don't know what the man was thinking, but you watch the video.
I won't be an incompetent government. I will put things in place. I have told people that men cannot be able to rule this country. What they share who this fear na obema sorry or see. I mean the one in charge. I'm the one. Safi no kwa eduane ni ho. Nkola mu nye school fees ntua. Men are not supposed to be in charge. Women are supposed to, they are not supposed to be in charge. They have to listen. The word must. The word oh head of the house. We should just allow them. Baby so na no efa ho bai.
O se member to. Wo baby aye see your bema every month wa ke tell mu da. Baby abetra na person run member down. I will not sit down for you to run men down.
The American is here. Obema dear, as I say, you are the head of the house, but not to give him the opportunity to act as head because of the after the member, you will just give him the say, oh, head of the house. Now we hear Ujuma as head. And no Namikano. Ghana, we cannot continue to have men as presidents because these people are incompetent. They can't even take care of households.
Once upon a time in Germany, there was a woman who was the chancellor.
They cannot take care of households. They can't take care of households. Neither to think of this big country called Ghana. We entrust it in the hands of a man. So 2028, there is going to be a change. And the change is Janet Asana Nabla, the next president.
This is FMS Trends. I hope you enjoyed this update. Men forget to say, Obe joining PMP. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. All the videos that we've played, we don't own rights to them. No copyright infringement intended. Thank you.